Hi guys, now we will start understanding about update operation in MVC by using ADO.NET. So in our previous session, we have stopped by inserting a data. So whatever the data we have inserted, now we are trying to update it. So if you see this is the two anchor tags what I have taken in previous session. And you have seen that we have like anchor tag, and this is like edit method we have it. So this edit method, what it is going to do is whenever we are going to click on edit button, it is going to go to home controller and it is going to go to the edit method. So if I give a comma here, you will see that this is like action name and this is your controller name. Okay. So to this particular controller, to this particular edit action method, this ID we are going to pass it like ID is equal to item.emp ID. Okay. So let's start the things with our controller first. We'll go to our controller, and here let me do the things fast for you here. And here I will change here create to edit, and here edit I'm going to take like one parameter with int question mark ID, and this ID is going to capture that value. And here we are going to take employee model emp, and here we are going to take one db dot get employee method which are going to take it. Okay, so let me write here this db dot get employee method which I'm going to take it here. Okay, so let me go to like this particular method here with by id which I'm going to write it here, and whatever the id is there, that id I'm going to pass it like this, and I'm going to say like semicolon here, and here I'm going to pass like emp. Okay, now let me go to this particular method which we have already created, and let me remove this ID because I don't require here anything with ID. And let me copy this particular method, and let me write here, paste here this particular method, and let me go to this get employee by ID. We'll copy this and we'll go to the context class. This will write get employee by ID, and here we'll write int question mark ID here. Okay. So as of now, we are want to return only one employee detail. We are going to pass ID, and based on that ID, we want only one employee record. So we doesn't require like this. Obviously, we doesn't require this one. So we are going to remove this. And of course, like we doesn't require this adding to the list anything. And this line of code, we will cut it here and we will paste it here. And here we will return single EMP. Okay. So let me explain you this code, what I'm trying to do. Before that, let me open my store procedure. So I'm going to use one store procedure, that store procedure name, which I'm going to say that is this one, USP get employee by ID, which I'm going to take it, or whatever the store procedure what I have it as of now. So let me copy this and let me paste here. Okay. So if you see this, what that store procedure is doing is it is taking one parameter EMP ID, and based on that EMP ID, based on this EMP ID, means that if we want to select the EMP ID, EMP name, EMP salary from this table, we want to select it. Okay. So after selecting this table, obviously we are going to get some data. Let me select employee detail. Let me, what is our database name? Employee database. So let me select that one first. So this is here what I have it. And when I say like FI, you will see that all the data which I'm going to get it. Now, based on ID, I just want, based on this particular ID, which I'm going to get it, I want that particular record, either Anjum, either Gotham, either Maggie, or anything, whatever I wanted, that particular data I wanted. So I am taking this store procedure here, and I already copied there, right? I already copied there. One more thing which I required I required one parameter also. Let me copy this parameter and let me paste it here like this. Okay. So this is going to have like EMP ID, which I'm going to pass here. Okay. I doesn't require like add the rate here, add the rate EMP ID I'm taking, and this ID I'm going to take it. So let me like paste here this particular ID Okay. So let me keep a breakpoint here and let me explain you like what actually happening here. So let me go to like this edit method first, and let me go to our index page. So now if you see here, when the user click on edit button, means when the user click on this edit button, then he is going to home controller edit action method. If you see this action name, first parameter, control name, second parameter, object route values. So object route values, what we are writing is this one we are writing like id is equal to @item.empid, that we are writing it. So that we are actually writing where actually that particular user is going to click on id. The particular user is going to click on edit link button, and then he's going to redirect to the edit method with id. So without delaying anything, let's run this. Now, yeah, now if you see this guys, we got our page here and we have this edit button. And if I go to my home controller, that is here, and I'm keeping a breakpoint here. If you see this, when I click on this particular edit button, you can see this, it is coming to this particular Visual Studio, and there I'm able to catch the ID, right? Let me go for F11 here. When I'm clicking on F11, I'm going slowly down to the employee model. Here I already got like 35035, and here I'm just passing like ID to the EMP ID parameter and to this store position. Now command type is store position, and if you see this, I have a table. So what I want is I want, based on that particular employee ID, I want that data. So I'm trying to put that particular data into the data table. Okay. Now let me show you that whether we are getting data or not. So as of now, you can see this, we don't have any data, right? Now we'll go down, and here we'll see like we don't have anything. Let's click on this. We can see like we have Anjum here, and we are going to go to the dt.rows. So in the dt.rows, you will find that we have only count one. And if you see this, we have only item array, that is 3 records we have it. Now let's go down. We will see like EMP ID, we have 35035, EMP name Anjum, we got it, EMP salary, we got something. And same thing we are trying to return in the EMP. In EMP, because see, when we are retrieving only one record, obviously we'll get one record only, right? So here we are getting only one record here, and then we are going back to our particular EMP variable, and to that particular EMP variable, we will try to send to our view page. Let's see that whether we have created a view page or not for it. We have not created, right? So what we want to do is we want to create a view page, and we want to pass that value to the view page. So as of now, you can see this, we are getting error here because we don't have any page here. So let me go and let me add a view page. Let me stop debugging here first. Okay. And here, what I will do is I will create a add view page. And in that add view page, let me have a name as edit only. So let me create the page here. So it's taking some time here, but okay, we can stay for a while. Yeah. Now what we can do is we can copy this create code, what we have it, Control A, Control C. We can go and say like Control V here. And which are the things we doesn't required, we can remove it from here. We don't want like create. The rest of the things we required it. When a user click on submit button, we want that it should, for our edit page, it should not go to the create action method. It should go to the edit action method, which of type HTTP post. So post, you need to write it. And here you have like, you need to have like one model. So let me copy this particular first line. Let me copy like this. So I can copy this and I can paste here like this. And here, if you see this, I doesn't require these two things. I'm okay with this. Okay. Now we are not taking like a list. We are bringing like only a single employee model. So we are only catching in this model variable only single employee. So that is why you are writing the return type as an employee model. See, as a view model, you're retrieving only one employee, right? So that's the reason you just take like in a model variable this employee. Okay. Now next thing what you need to do is you are just going to go for like a value here. Okay. Value you're going to take it, and in that particular value, at the rate model dot emp name you can take it. And next thing what you can do is you can copy this one, and after copying this one you can paste like this. This one you can take emp salary, you can take it. Okay. So I just want to display in this text box emp name, and here I want to display like the particular salary. And one more thing which I'm looking for it here is I want like when I click on submit button, apart from emp name, emp salary, my ID should also go to the post method. So let's write input here, and instead of type here, write hidden field, which you're going to write it. And here we are going to write name as emp ID. And here we are going to write a value as @ model dot emp ID, which you're going to write it. Now, next thing what you're going to do is you're going to go to your particular controller. You're going to copy this particular create method. You're going to paste it here also, same thing. And here you're going to change create to edit. And in edit, you're going to capture like ID, name, and salary by using employee model class. And here you're going to change, you're going to use save employee method only, but you're going to change some logic in this. Okay. Let me go and go to the definition for this. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like take one more store procedure here. Okay. So let me write here SQL command. I'm going to remove here, like this one I'm going to remove. Okay. And let it be like CMD here. Okay. Now what you're planning is I'm planning to paste here that SQL command, and let me say like this one here, like this. Okay. Now if you see this, why I'm doing like this is already like here I don't require it because globally I'm defining it. So here also I don't required. So one place I can write it. Okay. So initially it is not having anything. So let's have null. Okay. So what I want is here I will take if here, and if I find that in my emp variable emp dot emp id, if it is having or if it is not equal to null, if it is not equal to null, means emp id has some value. Okay. Or yeah, like that you can do it, and yeah, you can write it something there. Or emp id, if you say that instead of null also you can take one more thing, like if it is greater than 0 you can say it. Okay. So obviously like we can have at least 0 as id because integer we are taking. So if your emp id like if it is greater than 0, what you want to do is you want some other store procedure you want to take it. Okay. So let me copy this and let me paste it here like this. Okay. And even one more parameter you want it, that parameter you write it here. Okay. So let me write here, instead of this insert store procedure, we can take this update store procedure, we can pass it here. Okay. If it is greater than 0, so else what you can do is if it is not greater than 0, if you have 0 only, okay, then what you need to do is you just need to take this store procedure. Okay. So let's say Control X, you are going to paste like this. Okay. So all these two things you can keep it down here and you can paste here like this. Okay. Now if you see this, we are just making changes to the code. If emp.emp id greater than 0, then it's mean that we have some value which we are passing it. Then we are using this store procedure, and here we are changing emp id. Okay, we are adding emp id. Let me see like what are the things we have at emp id, emp name, emp salary, right? So of course we will change to this parameter to this also. At the rate of AMP name and at the rate of, let me have like same thing between them. So I'm just changing to same thing here at the rate. Okay. And let me have this one also small item only. Okay. Let me change it to alter this one. So here also, yeah, if you see this here, we are going to alter the things. So here also I'm just going to keep it same. Small letter, capital letter, okay. But the thing is, I just want to have like same look and feel. So I'm just keeping like that. Okay, AMP name we have taken. AMP salary also I'm going to take it like this. And AMP ID also I can take it. Okay, so let me do a file. Even in one stop procedure also I can do it, but okay, like I've taken another stop procedure, that's fine. Okay, so here I will take EMP ID. It's up to you, like in one stop procedure you want to take it, on two stop procedure, that's your wish. So let's without delaying anything, let's keep a breakpoint here and let's run this. So until it come, I will tell you like what we are trying to do here, guys. We are going to pass from our form, edit form, like ID, name, and salary. Three things we are going to submit it, and we are going to get to our home controller that three values. That three values, when I say like F12, then it will come here and it will check in EMP ID is greater than 0 or not. For insert operation, always ID will come 0. So that is why for insert operation, this code is not going to be executed. Obviously, for our update operation only, I will have like ID something with a greater than 0 number. So it will come here, and here, sorry, we need to change EMP ID here. Let me pull back here. Let me take it here, EMP ID. Okay, fine, that's great. So let me execute this once again. So let me now if you see this, when I am going to click on edit here, so let me come here, and in this particular ID, you're passing ID here, F11 you're pressing. When you press F11, you're going to go to this particular stop here. So get employee, and based on ID, you're going to bring the record, and that's definitely because of this only. We are going to see that in our edit page, the details of Anjum. Okay, so first we are trying to display that information, and then we are trying to update it. So let's for a while. Now you can see this Anjum we got it, and this we got it. Now in Anjum, I will write Anjum like K. Okay, and let me write 4. Let me click on save, and here I will see like all the details. So ID we got it. We got to the ID is greater than 0, so it will not go to the, if it is greater than 0 means it will go to the update employee stop procedure, and it will carry like EMP ID. Apart from that, it will go to the command type stop procedure, and other two parameter it will take it, and then it will update the details. Now you can see this one we got it, it's mean that updated, and then it will go to the I, return I is greater than 0. So I is greater than 0 means 1 is greater than 0, then it will go for index. So index page, you mean that you're going to get the details. That's nothing but Anjum K, you got it, and 4900. The code is very simple, guys. We are just writing our code very simple so that you can understand it. So we are, this method, edit method, based on ID will bring the data of employee, and we are populating into our text boxes. This particular code will take that value, whatever we made changes, and based on that, it will update the record. Okay. So I hope guys you have understood the code. Thank you.